Okay, go for it.
So this is the meditation hall, and it's a bit of an unusual setup. Quite often meditation halls, you'll have the cushions more or less around the sides of the room, and the room itself will be very, very dark. Usually in a traditional meditation hall there won't be any windows, but there'll be an outside corridor, so the actual room is usually, there is here too to a certain extent, there's an outside corridor which is usually enclosed. So the corridors where you see all the lights, but in the actual meditation room is usually quite a dark space. So this one actually has some lights going on at the moment. And that's so that you have less sensory stimulation coming in for your meditation practice. And there usually is not the audio-visual screens being in a meditation hall either.
Is that a teaching aid? Or
it is a teaching aid,
okay.
yeah. So this will be, to a certain extent, they'll either be having some sort of meditation instruction videos going on, perhaps, for when people come for their first time. Yeah. So the monastic doesn't have to be here for that, because it'll almost be like automatic that people come, learn how to meditate, and then just engage in meditation.
Yeah, okay.
But the meditation hall is different to the other three main halls. So we were in the Buddha hall just a moment ago, and the Buddha hall is where we venerate, not worship, but we venerate and give thanks to the Buddha for the teachings by reciting the teachings in chanting.
Yep.
The Dharma hall is another hall we may get to, which is usually where we listen to the Dharma, listen to the teachings, listen to the instructions from the teacher. And the meditation hall is where we put those teachings into practice for ourselves.
Okay.
So hence the reason for the three halls. So they sort of represent what we call the triple gem, or the three jewels of Buddhism. That being Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So the Buddha hall is for the Buddha, again, as I said, that veneration. The Dharma hall is to listen to the Dharma, and the meditation hall is the Sangha hall. This is where we engage in practice. And as I was saying sometimes in the walk-up, in a traditional setting, you might even find that this is where the monks would actually sleep together.
Okay.
These are kind of more like the first class edition.
I was going to say, they look quite inviting.
A little bit on the big side for the meditation cushion itself.
Yeah.
And the supporting cushion being a little bit warm with its rug or towel or something like that. So it's really quite luxurious for a meditation hall.
Okay.
Which is fine.
It is fine. It's not seen as sort of pampering to the senses, or.
Well, this is the funny thing about Buddhism and about temples these days. 200 years ago, if you went to a Buddhist temple, you were basically entering into a very comfortable and easy lifestyle.
Okay. Yeah.
Things were given to you very, very easily. You didn't have to work the fields. You didn't have to sell your wares. You didn't have to deal with the armed services or anything like that. So they made it very difficult. They used to put you through a very rigorous probationary period where they would throw everything at you to weed out those who were coming in for a comfortable life versus those who really wanted to practice their discipline.
Yes.
Cut to our modern day life, the setup of the monastery and the way the monastery behaves hasn't changed. Our lifestyle has changed, where our everyday lifestyle is far more comfortable than the monastery these days. But we, apart from this place, which has sort of changed its softness approach to make it more inviting to meditate, most sort of temples remain that quite severe sort of tough existence.
Okay.
So yes,
interesting.
Surviving in a monastery is a good challenge and a good test of character these days.
Okay.
Certainly, I'd rather sit back with my Netflix and I don't worry about suffering. I'm just going to distract myself.
Absolutely. And the ceiling images of the lotus? Is
yes.
That? Yeah.
Yes. Purity of the lotus.
Yeah.
To rise above.
Beautiful.
But again, in the traditional setting, I think it's very much like Christianity. Christ used to tell his followers just to go out, go up in pairs, almost. Did he say leave your cloak or leave your shoes behind at one point? I think.
Yeah.
When entering in.
Yeah. Oh, only take one. Don't take a change.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so we were the same.
Yeah.
We were exactly the same.
Yeah.
And we have these very, very humble, basic origins. The monks have only one winter set or one summer set of robes or one begging bowl, nothing
Yeah.
else. You know,
Yeah.
anything else after 10 days had to be shared with the community. And yet here we come now to the 21st century with these
Yeah. Yeah.
ornate roofing and lots of stuff. And I sort of think, what would the Buddha think about that?
Right. It's hard to reconcile at times.
It is a
isn't
little bit sometimes,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
it's not something that's seen as degenerative of Buddhism, but it's often seen as people's expression of thanks and devotion.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
the only thing we have sometimes besides our own time as a means of showing gratitude is money. So if I don't have the time, I'll just show my gratitude through the finances.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So from here we'll go into the Dharma hall.
Yep.
And that's the third
Third of the three major
third of
halls.
the three major. Yeah. All right. Let's go there.
All right.